Yes, welcome children. See the next question. Next question is on program to input a number and check it is a prime number or not. Now we discussed lot of question in while loop. So if you understood all these things, then you can do all these programs. The logic is similar to the one which we discussed in the last class. Same logic, nothing extra is coming over there. Now go through that one. Program to input a number and check it is a prime number or not. Did you heard the word prime number? Prime number is a number which does not have any factor other than 1 and the original number. Is it the definition? Prime number is a number, write down in your notebook, prime number is a number which does not have a factor other than 1 and the original number. That number is known as a prime number. What is the logic behind to find the prime number? To check the prime number. To check the prime number, you have to find the factors of that number. Find the factors of that number. If you are getting a factor other than 1 and the original number, then you can say it is not a prime number. See that? Once again, find the factors other than 1 and the original number. I just written the logic over there. Write down the logic also into your notebook. Find the number of factors other than 1 and the original number. Every number has 1 and the given number is a factor. You have to find out the other factors other than 1 and the original number. If this number is greater than or equal to 1, then you can say it is not a prime number. That means if the number has a factor other than this 1 and the original number, then you can say it is not a prime number. If that number is 0, that means you didn't got any factor, then you can say it is a prime number. Just take one example. I am going to take one example. Its example is this. See, this is the question. Your number is, assume your number is 29. 29 has the what are the factors of this 29? You can say the factors of 29 are 1 and 29. So that is 1 and 29 are the factors of 29. Will you get any other factor other than these two numbers? No. That means 29 is a prime number. See, what are the factors of this 27? What are the factors of 27? 1, then 3, 1, 3, then 9, 9 3 are 27, then 27 is also a factor. See, that is the factors of 27. So, you got two factors other than 1 and 27. You got two factors other than 1 and 27. Then you can say 27 is not a prime number. So, there is a logic behind to check the given number is a prime number or not. Yet to check whether the number has a factor other than 1 and the original number. So, every number has 1 and the original number is a factor. You have to check any other factor other than these two numbers. Then you can find out you can check it is a prime number or not. I'll try out that program in Python. Yes. So, a comment statement is there. Number you accepted from the user. That is there in the variable n. Next. So, we have to divide the given number with the 1 to till n. So, here you have to divide the n with the 1 to n. For every number, 1 and the n is a factor. So, I am not going to divide with 1 and n. I am going to start the division with the 2 to n minus 1. See, understood now? So, see that for every number, 1 and the given number is a factor. If your number is n, then 1 and n is a factor for every number. So, that we don't want to check it. We want to check any other factor other than 1 and n. So, I am going to start the division with the 2. I am going to start the division with the 2. So, C is 2. And I am going to continue this division till C less than or equal to n minus 1. C less than or equal to n minus 1. Starting with the 2 till n minus 1, you are going to divide. You are not dividing with the n. Understood? See that I already told that 1 and the given number is a factor for every number. So we don't want to check that one. We want to check any other factor other than these two numbers. So that is why I started the division with 2 until n minus 1. We are going to divide and take the remainder and checking the remainder. Everything together in a single sentence. Divide the given number n with c and taking the remainder. If the remainder is 0, then you can say it is a factor. So we have to find out whether any other factor is there or not. So for that, I am going to take here, I am going to take another variable count whose initial value is 0. I am going to find out how many factors other than 1 and the original number. Right? Here I am going to find out how many factors other than 1 and the original number. So for that counting, I am using this count variable. To find out the how many, for that I am using this variable count. So if it is a factor, I am going to say count equal to count plus 1. So that means you are updating the count variable. You got one factor, so you are updating the count variable. We don't want to display it. Our question is then you have to check whether the given number is a prime number or not. So whatever the question, for that you have to write the program. So here we don't want to display the factors. So here I am going to count how many factors are there. For that count I am using the count variable. The next step, I have to update the c variable. C equal to c plus 1. C is updated as 1. C become 2 now. Sorry, C become 3 now, not 2. We begin with 2. Now C become 3. Again you are dividing n with 3. Next step you are dividing n with 4. That procedure will be repeated. And when the test condition falls, you come out of the loop. When the test condition falls, you come out of the loop. Now, I am going to say if count equal to 0. What is the meaning if count is 0? What is the meaning if count is 0? If count is 0 means that number does not have any factor other than 1 and the original number. See that you are checking this condition. If the condition is true, you are updating the count variable. If the count is the original value, count is 0 itself means that you didn't get any factor other than this 1 and the original number. If count is 0, then I can say print given number n is a prime number. Even number n is a prime number. Now else means here your count is not 0. I am going to write the else statement here. Else means, what is the meaning of else? Count is not 0. Count is not 0 means you got factors other than 1 and the original number. Then I can say print it is not a prime number. It is not a prime number. Understood? If the count value is 0, then you can say it is a prime number. If count value is not 0, then you can say it is not a prime number. You can give proper message also there. This number has this much of factors, so it does not have it is not a prime number. So first I'll run this way. After that I'll change that program. See, I am going to give the number 29. 29 is a prime number. Next, I am going to give 27. 27. See, it is 27. You can say it is not a prime number. That is all about the question. Yes, I will give the message in this way. So inside the else block, I am going to say print given number has count factors. Okay, see the message I am giving this way. So given number has count how many factors, it will be displayed there, and after that factors, so it is not a prime number. Okay, if you want, you can give so also. So it is not a prime number. Run the program and see. That is up to you. What is the message you want to give? That is up to you. I am going to give the message 27. So given number has two factors, so it is not a prime number. That too means which does not include 1 and 27. It is not including 1 and 27. Other factors are there, so that two factors are counted there. That is all about that question. Now see the next question. Next question is this one. Yes. Next question is program to input a number and check it is a perfect number or not. Yes, it is a new term for you, perfect number. Don't confuse with the prime number and perfect number. We studied about palindrome. Can you recollect what is this palindrome? Palindrome means, yes, say what is palindrome? Original number is same as the reversed number, then it is known as a palindrome. Original number is same as the reversed number, then it is known as a palindrome. Now the question is prime number. Prime number means you have to find out, you have to check whether it has a factors other than 1 and the original number. If it does not have any factor, then you can say it is a prime number. Now it is perfect number. Perfect number means, again here also you have to find out the factors other than the original number, including 1. Find the sum of the factors other than the original number, and if the sum is same as the original number, then it is known as a perfect number. One more time I will say, sum of the factors except the original number. See that definition is written over there. Sum of the factors except the original number is same as the number, then it is known as a perfect number. Write down this definition in your notebook. Then only you will get an idea about what is perfect number. We studied about Armstrong number. Can you say what is Armstrong number? Sum of the cubes of the given digit. Given number. Sum of the cubes of the digits of the given number. Digits in the cube in the sum. Sum of the cubes of the digits of the given number. If it is same as the original number, then you can say it is an Armstrong number. Here the number is perfect number. Perfect number means sum of its factors. Sum of its factors except the original number is same as the number, then it is known as a perfect number. That means, what is the meaning of that one? You have to find out the sum of the factors. You have to find out the sum of the factors. You don't take the original number. You have to take 1, don't take the original number. That is all about that question. That we can try out here. See, my program is this one. I am removing the entire thing. I'll start from the beginning. If I am editing the already existing program, we will not get a correct idea about that one. So I'll write in perfect number. Perfect number. So, perfect number, what is the logic? You have to find out the sum of the factors. Sum of the factors. See, you entered the number, n is there. I told you have to start it with 1 except the original number. Division must be started with 1 except the original number. So, C is 1. Now, while loop. While C less than or equal to. While C less than or equal to till n or n minus 1. Except the original number. Except the original number. That means till less than or equal to n minus 1. Understood? You are not taking n. You are taking n minus 1. Yes. Logic is same. If C percentage your variable, not C. N percentage C equal to 0. N percentage C equal to 0. Then you can say C is a factor. Then you can say C is a factor. Here you have to find out the sum of the factors. So I am going to say sum equal to 0. Sum equal to 0. Here I will give you sum equal to sum plus C. Yes, you are finding out the sum of the factors. So n percentage C equal to 0. So there you are finding out the sum of the factors. After that you have to update your variable C equal to C plus 1. Now when the loop is repeatedly executed, once the loop test condition falls, you come out of the loop. There you will get the sum of the factors inside the variable C. You will get the sum of the factors inside the variable C. Now, you have to check whether this sum is same as the original number. You have to check whether the sum is same as the original number. Now, I'll take one example. After that, I'll do the remaining part of the program. Original number is 6. You are starting with 1. So, you are dividing 6 with 1. 1 is a factor. So, sum become now it is 1. Okay, 0 plus 1 you will get 1. Now, next 1 is incremented to 2. Again 2 divided by 2 less than or equal to 5. Condition true. So, you are dividing with 2. 6 divided by 2 percentage 0 equal to 0. So, you will get 2 as a factor. 2 will be added along with 1. You will get 3. So, that means sum equal to sum plus. Sum is already 1. 1 plus 2 you will get 3. And now C is updated to 3. C is updated to 3. 3 less than or equal to 5. Condition true. Again you are dividing 6 with 3. 6 with 3 and remainder is 0. So you are adding 3 along with the sum. So already sum contain 3 is there. 3 plus 3 you will get 6. Again 3 is updated to 4. 4 less than or equal to 5 condition true. For 5 percentage 4 equal to 0 condition false. So automatically C will be updated. C updated to 5. 5 less than or equal to 5 condition true. So here 6 percentage 5 equal to 0 condition false. So 5 is updated to 6. 6 less than or equal to 5 condition false. You come out of the loop. Now what is there in the sum variable? Now the sum variable consists of the value 6. Now you have to check whether this sum is same as the original number. So you got the sum. Sum is there in the variable SUM. Sum equal to n. So that means sum of the factors is same as the original number. Sum equal to n. Then you can say it is a perfect number. So here 6 is sum is the 6. 6 is same as the original number. Then I can say 6 is a perfect number. 6 is a perfect number. So sum equal to n. Then I can say print given number is a perfect number. Given number is a perfect number. Else I am going to say given number is not a print. Given number is not a perfect number. Given number is not a perfect number. Okay, run the program. So I'll remove all these values. I'll remove this also. Run the program and check it. Yes, enter the first number. I am going to enter the number 6. So given number is a perfect number. Now give 10. Check it. 10 is a perfect number or not. Here I am going to give 10. It is not a perfect number. So which are the other perfect numbers? Can you say other perfect? Yes, 28 is a perfect number. 496 is a perfect number. That we can try out. 28. What about 28? Is it a perfect number or not? Yes, 28. We will run it with 28. 28. Yes, given number is a perfect number. Okay. So same way you can give different inputs and find out which are the perfect numbers. I think logic is clear for you. Is right? You have to find out the sum of the factors. We know how to find out the sum of the factors, which we studied in the previous class. So find the sum of the factors, but don't take the original number. Don't take the original number means so that while loop test condition depends upon that you have to give the while loop test condition. If you don't want to take 1, then the initial value you have to take it with the 2. That's the only difference. Program is this one. I think all of you understood the concept behind this one, and logic is also clear for you. Okay, next set of questions we can discuss in the next class. Now I am winding up. Thank you, children.